Hey, what is going on, guys? XpertFusion here, and today I'm doing my review for Season 8, Episode 3 of The Walking Dead, which was titled Monsters. So, there's some World War II zombies gameplay in the background. If you wanted to watch that, what else was I going to put back there, I guess? I don't know. I guess it kind of fits with the whole zombie theme of things, but, So, episode 3. I think this episode was good. It definitely wasn't incredible. I know it wasn't better than episode 2. It was kind of on par, kind of the same how I felt about episode 1 is kind of how I felt about this episode. Like, there were some issues I had with it, but overall it was still an enjoyable episode, and it was still good. It wasn't bad or whatever. It was good. It was enjoyable, and that's, I think, the most important thing about an episode is if you're entertained during it. And I'm seeing lots of complaints here and there about, oh, it's too slow, action's not good, or something. I don't know. Writing's not good, they're making dumb decisions, just all these dumb claims. But overall, it was a very well done episode from start to finish, and I want to talk about some stuff. So, first of all, Morales. That pissed me off. Yes, that was a problem I had, that they brought him back, made this big deal of it, and then just killed him off in the next episode and didn't really make it, a big, meaningful death. I agree, I wasn't happy about that. But I'm not going to be pissed about it because I'm pretty sure the actor is busy with other stuff and he can only come back for like an episode or two. And that's kind of why he got killed off so fast, I guess. It was more of an Easter egg, I guess, than anything. But honestly, it felt really just there. It didn't feel like bringing him back was worth it just for him to get killed off the next episode. Like, at least have him last a couple episodes, or maybe even just cause some sort of a conflict or a short-term conflict with Rick. And it was an interesting standstill between them, and I really wanted to see him come across Carol and well, he did come across Daryl, sort of, but not 100%, but yeah, sort of did. Obviously saw him for like 0.1 seconds, and then he was shot, and then I think it was like in the neck with an arrow. I don't know if it was in the neck or the head. Kind of looked like the neck, so I think it was the neck. But yeah, I wanted to see him come across Carl, maybe Carol. I don't know. I think keeping him prisoner would have been more interesting than just having him be killed off like that. But I do understand why they had to kill him off, because the actor couldn't stay for longer. So I'm not going to be that pissed about it. So other stuff that happens in this episode, keeping along with the Rick and Daryl stuff. I really liked everything with Rick and Daryl in this episode, especially that fight scene in the hallway. Thought that was very well directed and it was very well done. It was intense. Obviously we knew neither of them were gonna die, but I don't understand why people complain about when stuff like that happens, when there's a character who is not gonna die. But they're like, oh, this is stupid. We all know Rick's not going to die. Like when they do the fake out death for Rick, or when they did the end of the last episode where they had Morales pointing a gun at Rick. They're like, oh, that's so stupid. Obviously they're not going to kill him off. Well, they're not trying to make us think he's going to die. They're just giving us intense scenes that are very awesome and action-packed. That's all they're trying to do. And that's what they're doing for this scene. And I thought it was very well done, very intense, and I liked how they pushed him down the elevator shaft. That was dope. It should be more clear that Aaron saved them, though, because it was just kind of some random person shot through the hallway, and you couldn't really see much. Should have been a little more clear on that end. But I was able to piece it together and make sense of it pretty easily. And then the ending where that one guy who let him know where the guns are, and then he gets shot in the head by Daryl, I thought that was really awesome. I just thought that was just funny, too, kind of. I don't know. Interesting. And it's going to set up for next episode, which I'm really fucking excited for next episode because it has that car chase scene that we saw in the trailer for Season 8. I'm so excited for that car chase scene. I think it's going to be so awesome. I don't know why. It just looked awesome in the trailer. I think it's going to be awesome in the show. And we're also going to see the Kingdomers attacking the outpost, which Kingdom group had some pretty interesting stuff happen this episode. They had attacked the people in the woods they came across, which I thought was pretty interesting. I didn't really like how that scene was directed, though, and edited. I didn't really like it that much, how they kept popping out and getting shot, and it just didn't look right. It should have been all in one shot. It would have looked a lot nicer, but it's not that big of a deal, I guess. And then you had the next scene where they just were hiding behind cover, and then a bunch of saviors were running down the road, and they just shot them all up. That was cool. And then the very end, they thought they all won, and then the guys with the MG turrets started spraying and praying, and I loved how some of the Kingdomers jumped on top of Ezekiel to save him. because obviously they're protecting the king. That's their #1 goal, and I thought that was awesome. And sadly, I think she was probably gonna die next episode. It just makes the most sense in my opinion, which is pretty upsetting. But since it happened in the comics, it's gonna save money on CGI for the tiger. It's probably gonna happen. So sadly enough, it'll probably be next episode. We had Aaron and Eric, the whole thing with them. That was very well done, very well acted, very well everything. Aaron, I don't know what the actor's name is. I think it's like Ross something. Very well job on trying to make people sad. I mean, they actually legitimately made me kind of sad when I really don't care about Eric that much, but just his performance legitimately made me sad for him, which is pretty fucking awesome. Just in the fact of how well it was done. And then we also had stuff at the hilltop where Morgan and Jesus had a fight. Now, this I didn't like that much. Jesus is smart, okay? He's nice, but he's smart. I completely understand keeping prisoner the people who surrendered. That's fine. But the people who tried to run away when Morgan was just going to kill him, Jesus should have just killed them. I guess they did technically surrender again, but they're just going to keep on doing that until they get away. And it's just causing more problems than anything else, to be completely honest. So I feel like Jesus is just being a little too nice, and he should realize that these are terrible people and they could potentially turn on you and do something bad to you. And I completely understand Morgan, and Morgan is just such an amazing character. I mean, his story arc, I mean, people are like, oh, how can any normal human being go from being, all life is precious to wanting to kill everybody on the planet? Well, that's the thing. Morgan is not a normal human being, okay? He's very different. He's very bipolar, sort of, kind of crazy, psychopathic in the head. He's not right. Like he said, he's not right. So it makes perfect sense. I gotta give this episode a solid, 8.9 out of 10, I would say, which is pretty good rating overall. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and we'll see you guys in my next one. Really excited for next week's episode. I think that one's going to be one of the better episodes. Personally, I have that feeling. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.